It's my December 2020 vinyl haul and there's lots to show you. Ahoy hoy everybody and welcome to my vinyl haul for December 2020. So as I say, lots to show you. Fair bit you've seen already, but a fair bit you haven't. As usual, I will show you the bits I haven't already shown first. So then if you've already watched my other videos, you can switch off if you like. Okay, so let's crack on. So first up, I treated myself to the Beatles Christmas singles box set. This came out a couple of years ago. It's been on my wish list. Nobody got it for me for the last couple of Christmases. So just before Christmas, Shop Super Deluxe, so that's the shop version of the Super Deluxe Edition website, said that they'd found a few copies and they're selling for £99, which is a good price for them. So I checked that no, it was still on my Amazon wish list. Nobody had bought it and they hadn't. So I ordered myself a copy. So if you're not familiar, between 1963 and 1969, every Christmas the Beatles sent out flexi discs to their fan club members with Christmas messages on them. As the years developed, they became more elaborate and more surreal, and they were curated on an album that was sent out in 1970, I think. But then since then they've had no official release until, as I say, a couple of years ago they released this box set of them on coloured vinyl. So a nice solid box. Comes with a nice little booklet that's got replicas of the newsletters that were sent out with some of the singles. Not all the singles had newsletters with them. And then a few details about the tracks on the last page. These all sound great. I've played them all over Christmas. So the first one, which is on white vinyl, they're all one-sided and they all play at 33 RPM apart from this one, the second Beatles Christmas record, or another Beatles Christmas record rather. And this is on a transparent red. How goofy does George look in that picture? The Beatles' third Christmas record. That's on a solid blue. The fourth one, which is Pantomime Everywhere It's Christmas. So the first three were largely just messages, you know, thank you for your support, blah de blah de blah. This is what we did this year. This is what we're doing. We're looking forward to doing. This one, as the title suggests, is in the form of a pantomime, but it's very surreal pantomime. It's a transparent yellowy green. Then we have Christmas Time Is Here Again, which was there's a couple of songs on the pantomime one, but this is a proper Christmas song they wrote, but it's interspersed with speaking. And it's one I find myself singing every year. That's on a transparent green. I've had all these on a bootleg for years. Christmas 1968, Happy Christmas. It's just on clear vinyl. And the final one from 1969, Happy Christmas 1969. That's on a sort of orange, slightly transparent vinyl. So yeah, glad I've finally got those. And they'll no doubt get a play every Christmas. And Duke Special, who's one of my favourite artists, was having a sale on his website. Every month I have shown a few bits I've bought over the last year. Every month he's had a different offer on. Basically, I think they're just trying to clear stock now. Physical media isn't selling as much. You know, specific titles on offer, and I've picked up a couple that I didn't already have, where most of them I already have. But this month for December, he had I think it was 20% off everything on the website. So I picked up the bits of vinyl that I didn't already have on vinyl, because most of his stuff I just had on CD. So first up is this 7-inch single, which is Free Wheel, backed with Over a Closer Walk. Really heavy stock. And really heavy vinyl as well. Whatever the 7-inch version of 180 gram is. I'm sure this is it. Yeah, there's bits of paper residue on it, but that's all. And then some albums and EPs. So he released a set of well, it was a combination of EPs and albums, all themed, and I've picked up, they came in a CD box set, but individually on vinyl. So this is The Silent World of Hector Mann. So this is based on the Book of Illusions by Paul Auster, which is about Hector Mann, a silent film star. Spoilers, doesn't really exist, but Duke sort of treated him as if he was a real lost silent film star, and gave 12 different songwriters a title of a film that Hector Mann appeared in, and got them to write a song based on that film. So we've got Ronnie Minter, who I'm not familiar with, Neil Hannon, Divine Comedy, Ed Harcourt, Duke himself, Ben Castle, Claire Maldon Mansion, I don't know, Phil Wilkinson, Paul Pilot, Rhea Curran, Thomas Truax, Pete Novak, I'm not familiar with, and Matt Hales. Each wrote a track, so they're all different styles, all done in Duke's inimitable fashion. I particularly like Neil Hannon's contribution, Wonder Darling with Jockey Club, Jumping Jacks, Ed Harcourt's Mr. Nobody, Duke's own track, Tango Tangle by Ben Castle, Country Weekend by Paul Pilot, The Prop Man by Thomas Truax, but they are all good. And these are just on black vinyl. Nothing elaborate, but these were self-released. This is Duke Special presents songs from Mother Courage and Her Children. So in, where are we? Has it got a year here? No. The National Theatre put on a production of Mother Courage and Her Children, starring Fiona Shaw. And Duke appeared with his band in the play as a travelling band with the... Does it say on here how they describe them? No. A travelling band of musicians who appeared with Mother Courage and Her Children. I haven't seen it, so I don't really know the plot, but they appeared throughout the play, performing these songs, which Duke wrote. And again, very simple, bare bones, just on black vinyl. But after I think it was either on Friday or Saturday nights. Probably Saturday, because they wouldn't have had a show on the Sunday. He would then perform 3 concerts in the... If you've ever been to a National Theatre in London, they've got a big performance space. Because there's 3 theatres. I think there's 4 now, but at the time there was 3 theatres within the National Theatre complex. And there's a big foyer with a performance space that sort of links them all. And he used to do 3 concerts in there. As I say, I think it was on a Saturday night. And then we have Huckleberry Finn. So this is an EP. There's only 5 tracks on this. This is based on an unperformed musical based on Kurt Weill wrote, based on Huckleberry Finn. It's an unfinished work by Kurt Weill. But yeah, all very good. Enjoy them a lot. They're all tracks he still performs live to this day. Well, you know, not every single one of them, but he performs tracks from them. And then also his second album, I Never Thought This Day Would Come, which had a he was signed to Universal, and this had a proper release. It's a really good album. 2 discs. Yeah, 2 discs. Particular highlights on this are the single Sweet Sweet Kisses, Digging an Early Grave, I Never Thought This Day Would Come, Why Does Anybody Love, Flesh and Blood Dance, Nothing Comes Easy, but it's all good. Polyline sleeves on this one. So glad to add them to my collection. And then it flashed up on Blur's Facebook page that they were doing a limited re-release, 25th anniversary re-release of The Great Escape on blue and white vinyl. And this is it. I'm sure it said it was a pre-order, but I ordered it and it was dispatched 2 days later. So I might have been misremembering. But this is their big Blur vs Oasis album. Country House is on it, Stereotypes, Universal, just an amazing song. I think Chum's Man was a single as well, but I absolutely love this album. Blur are up there with my favourite bands. I do intend getting all their albums on vinyl, but it's not a priority. But when I saw this, to get it. When it says blue and white, it is literally blue and white vinyl, not a blue disc and a white disc. You know, they've said that with Country House and the Blur Oasis thing, Blur won the battle because Country House got to #1, but Oasis won the war. I think over the years people have come to realise that musically actually Blur won the war as well. Their music was a lot more interesting and diverse. I'll sort that out later. Okay, this I mentioned in the previous one because I was waiting on it. There's been a delay on the vinyl. That's Tim Minchin's Apart Together. So this is his first proper studio album. He's had various releases of his live shows recorded on CD, but this is his first studio album. His lettering is all embossed on this. Nice gatefold. I have listened to the CD of this. I haven't listened to the album yet, but obviously they're musically identical. Comes with a big poster. Here lies a clown. Let's put them inside. I mean, it's similar to the Pretenders Record Store Day live album, although this is more of a purpley red in the middle. I'm not really sure what the significance is, but it's pretty. That was a hype sticker. It is a good album. I enjoy it a lot. It's going to need a few more listens. It's not as immediate as his live stuff because it's largely not comedy songs, but he's got such a way with words that even the more serious songs have a comic edge to them. So yes, also has a 54-page booklet with all the lyrics represented in various styles, etc. And this was through his website and also came with a signed print. So it's very flimsy paper on the signed print. So yeah, I liked the album, as I say, but it wasn't an immediate, oh, this is brilliant album. A 7-inch single. This is Jess Glynne's version of This Christmas that she released through Amazon this year. Good version. I picked this up both on 7-inch and single, and they both came with. It's one-sided single. They haven't done anything interesting with the blank side, unfortunately. But they both came with a signed card. Then we have, so Monkey Barrel. Yeah, Monkey Barrel Records are a new label set up by the Monkey Barrel Comedy Club in Edinburgh. And basically they want to bring back the comedy album, which, as many of you know, I'm a big fan of. So they did a Kickstarter campaign. I think it was Kickstarter. It was something of that ilk, but I think it was Kickstarter, to fund these records. And their recordings of 3 comedians recorded at their Edinburgh shows at Monkey Barrel Comedy Club. I know all these comedians, but I only know them through their TV appearances, which I will explain as we go through. But there is various. You could buy each one individually, you could buy all 3 together, or you could buy all 3 together signed. Naturally, I went for the last option. One of them, which we'll get to, because of lockdown, they haven't been able to get signed because it's an Icelandic comedian, so they couldn't ship all the records over to Iceland. So what is happening is he's signing a load of limited edition posters, and they're going to send those out. So that's fine by me. But yes, first up we have Olga Koch with If Then. Olga has appeared a few times on Mock the Week. She might even have been on 8 or 10 Cats Does Countdown, I can't remember that. And she has been on Richard Herring's Hurlestupper podcast as well, so I'm familiar with her. Hand numbered, number 30, limited at 37. Proper, it's in biro, you can, it's embossed on there, but nicely signed on the front. Really nice packaging on these. My only gripe is that they don't come with polyline sleeves, but they are all on coloured vinyl, and this is a rather appropriate pink. Haven't listened to any of these yet, so I don't know how funny I will find them, but they're all people who I've liked when I've seen them on other bits, and I wanted to support this venture anyway. It's one of those awkward ones that don't want to go in easily. Got ya. But they all came in the sleeves as well, which is a nice touch. Then we have John Cairns, Double Take and Fade Away. So John is a 2-time Edinburgh Comedy Award nominee. He won Best Newcomer and the main prize. Possibly 2 consecutive years, but he certainly won 2 there anyway. He has appeared in Dictionary Corner on 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown. He has also appeared on Richard Herring's podcast a couple of times, and he's a very funny guy. His stand-up is sort of performed in character. So nicely signed in gold and numbered, and a sticker has been applied. I like that it's different numbers. That's, they haven't matched them up. It seems just more homemade and random and picked, if you see what I mean. And this is on a transparent yellow. They also sent through download codes for all of these as well, so I have downloaded them and will add them to my iTunes. And then the last one is the unsigned one. So this is an Icelandic comedian, Ari Eljan. I don't know. That's apologies. So he appeared on Mock the Week around the time that Iceland beat England in the Euro, whatever it was, football championships, and he was fine. I quite liked him. He's sort of the one I know least of all these 3 people. And I think this is just clear, sort of an ice. Oh, it's got a sort of an icy marble through it. You can just about see it's not just purely clear. There's something to it. So yeah, looking forward to listening to them and supporting future releases from that company. I mean, they weren't cheap, but they weren't mega expensive. Obviously I paid more to get the signed copies. I'm going to say 70 quid for free, but I might be wrong there. Let's see if I can quickly... they are all still available. I sort of left the Kickstarter out. It was not a target based Kickstarter, so you can still get them. Project Up, Monkey Bell, we've collected your pledge. £87 plus £7 shipping. Okay, a bit more than I thought, but still, that's, you know, less than £30 a record if you don't include shipping, which, you know, isn't overly expensive for a new record, and as I say, they're signed, so that wasn't bad. And then last of the previously unseen stuff, a couple of days after I went to Slice of Vinyl, which I did a whole video for, and you'll see the stuff again in a minute, I went back there because he did a video of showing stuff he got in, and there's a few bits that I wanted, so he put them by for me, and it was during my week off, so I could go there the next day. And they were Talking Heads Stop Making Sense, which was £20. The album of the legendary live film. So, nice one for my Talking Heads collection, lovely condition. Lloyd Colham Commotions Rattlesnakes. So that completes my Lloyd Colham Commotions albums. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to move on to his solo stuff. Quite possibly, if I find it. I'm going to hunt it down. If I see it out and about, I'll pick it up. Sleeve's a bit knacked, but so what. This was a tenner. And we have Peter Gabriel Plays Live. I was tempted, they've just reissued his, or in the process of these live albums being reissued on vinyl. I was tempted to just pick those up, but this one I've picked up a used copy for £18. Double album. Oh, I did quickly check them in the shop, which I don't always do, but because I wasn't browsing, I had time, and it gave me a chance to chat to Kieran for a bit. For my Harry Nilsson collection, this was quite expensive. This was £30. I knew what I meant to do was check whether I had this. I'm presuming I've got this on CD in the box set, but I don't really remember it. This is A Touch More Schmilson in the Night. So these are alternate takes of tracks and alternative lyrics and previously unreleased tracks from the Schmilson sessions. Possibly not. No, I don't think I have this on CD. It can't be in the box set. So even more pleased to get it. When was this from? 1988. Really nice condition as well. So although I prefer his original material, he does perform this stuff really well. I mean, this is like new. I'd be surprised if it had even been played once, to be honest, looking at it. I mean, you may remember in his BCLT to me, Matthew Clark very kindly gave me a copy of Michael Jackson's Bad, which actually I listened to yesterday as I record this. So I saw that, I said in there, oh, okay, I've been putting off getting the Jackson albums on vinyl, but that was sort of the catalyst. So I saw that Kieran had got a couple in, so off the wall for tenner. Possibly my favourite Michael Jackson album. On Epic. This is marked, but I don't think it's going to affect play. So I picked it up regardless. If I do have a problem, I know Kieran will happily sort me out. There's a way into this. Does annoy me. I've got the same problem with Prince's Parade. These gatefolds, where it ends up sort of sideways if you have the album the normal way round. And then the other one is the best-selling album of all time, Thriller. It's marked as a tenner, but he gave it to me for a £5 because he's got loads of copies of this in his reserves. As I said, I think when I showed my CD copy of this, it's an album that, because I knew all the singles before I heard the album as a whole, never really worked as an album for me. It was just a collection of singles. It was more greatest hits. I'm sure at the time, hearing it all for the first time, it would have been wonderful. Whereas Bad, which is similar, loads of singles off of it, because I had the album from shortly after it was released. I, love the album because I discovered the album first. Although listening to that yesterday, again, it did seem a bit, it's this single, this single, this single, and I knew it as a bunch of singles with a couple of extra tracks. Anyway, that's all the stuff that I haven't previously shown, so that's taken half an hour. So I will whiz through the rest of the stuff. All of this I have shown either in haul videos or my Christmas video, which I also called a haul, much to Twitchy Giraffe's disgust, because I didn't buy the stuff, they were gifts. Anyway, we have... Only joking, mate. Phil Spector's Christmas album. I did listen to this, obviously, because it was Christmas. And similarly, I listened to Slade's Christmas Party album. Both of those were Slice of Vinyl purchases. Also from Slice of Vinyl, so this was the first visit there a few days before the one I've just shown. I picked up a new copy of In Through the Outdoor, Led Zeppelin's album. If you want to see any of these in more detail, watch the haul video. Talking Heads 77. No, Talking Heads, more songs about buildings and food. Wrong album. This is on red vinyl. Dr. No soundtrack. Again, Talking Heads is a new copy. This is a new copy. I bought this thinking it had loads of extra tracks on it that I didn't have, but when I checked, actually, the only extra track on it is the last track, Twisting with James. So I spent $17.99 on a new album that I have a new album copy of for one track. But it's a nice gatefold on it, which the other version wasn't. I don't know why this is here, but this was from a Heathen Chemistry haul. This is Jess Glynn's Always In Between on blue vinyl with a poster. I have this on signed CD. Back to Slice of Vinyl for a couple of quid. 2 Ronnie's Volume 4. So I think I have 2, 3 and 4. Same haul, but not at Slice of Vinyl. It's a charity shop. I picked up Tracy Ullman's You Broke My Heart in 17 Places and You Caught Me Out albums for £1 each, and 40 Towers, the first album. which contains communication problems, aka Mrs. Richards, and hotel inspectors, aka hotel inspectors. Back to a slice of vinyl, a new copy for my first listen series of The Clash's London Calling. And also for that series, Led Zeppelin debut album, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. Led Zeppelin 1, so no, sorry. Is this in the... No, I don't think this is in the series. I don't think this was suggested. Still from Slice of Vinyl, back to the pre-loved. This is a la carte, 40 Towers, which is Gourmet Night, and The Americans. The Americans is Waldorf Salad. And also Actual Service, which contains Death, which is for Kipper and the Corpse, and Fire Drill, which is for Germans. Never did work out why they had different names. Long John Baldry, Hoochie Coochie Men, Long John Baldry and the Hoochie Coochie Men, rather. Stevie Wonder's I Was Made to Love You, or I Was Made to Love Her, is still, I say still, previous video I recorded, I mentioned the time, it's only 7:25 in the morning. Faces Are Not As Good As a Wink to a Blind Horse. Following its numerous mentions in my competition videos, The Good, The Bad and The Ugly, Ennio Morricone's score. And then Jericho's The Big Area. So that's my Slice of Vinyl stuff. From Heathen Chemistry, the Record Store Day Black Friday releases they managed to get for me were Mia Jovovich's The Divine Comedy album. I've given up trying to hide a painting of boobs, which is on creamsicle orange. I'm going to show that because it was very pretty, I seem to recall. Yes. And then also Jarvis Cocker's Jarvis album, pressed on split colour vinyl and etched 7 inches, two types of green vinyl, and then 7 inches on a separate disc in the front. And then his second solo album, Further Complications, again with it's got an etched 12-inch with a bonus track on it. And this is on white vinyl, yeah, with an etched, yeah, I said 12-inch was etched. Funny and Cannibals, Raw and McCooked album. Beatles Blue album, 67 to 70. Apologies for the chair. Betty Boo's Boo Mania. It's got the original postcards in it as well. Led Zepp Houses of the Holy. Led Zepp Coda. Stomping at the Savoy, Rufus and Chaka Khan Live, double album. And Rufus and Chaka Khan Ask Rufus with the poster. Slade's Nobody Falls. Sorry, Nobody's Fool. Nobody's Fools. Get it right, Martin. Oh dear. Time for second coffee, I think. And then finally, Christmas present. The Prince Forever 4LP compilation in a lovely box set, which I showed on my Christmas video. There you go. Loads this month. More than I thought I was going to get, but managed to have some decent hauls at the record shops. So, January, we're almost certainly going to be in lockdown. I'm tier 4, as is all my... I'm in Hampshire, so all of Hampshire is now. But Gosport was one of the original tier 4ers, remember best. So, record shops are closed. I possibly may pick some stuff up online from them if they've got stuff that I want. At the moment, they haven't, unfortunately. I've got a couple. I mean, I've got one album that arrived yesterday on the 2nd of January, so that will be shown. I think I've got 1 or 2 more pre-orders to come. I'm not expecting a big January haul, but I've said this many times before, and we shall see. Okay, thank you for sticking with me for 35 minutes. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks. Bye.